Oh, you'll have to hit continue. Thank you. Good morning. Welcome.
So Jake,
The
Jake,
sun actually beat me this morning.
before
I was already up as I was coming over here to get set up late for starting, but I was not expecting the sun to already be up. This is a little late in the year. It's going to be the longest day of the year here in a couple of days, so it's just kind of funny how the sun actually shows up like that. Look early, kind of fun. Now we're here. Now we're going to do some Qigong, and we'll do the YiJing Qigong Form that has our warm-ups and the form all wrapped up into one. Before we jump in, let's get into our Wuji posture. Let's get into the Qi flow of our body, and then we'll transition right into the form. So building Wuji means that our feet are flat on the ground. Our knees are right over our ankles with a nice gentle bend. Our hips are right over our knees with a slight tuck of the tailbone. This opens up the sacrum and the low back. The shoulders are right on top of the hips, and they roll back, melt down the back. This makes the neck nice and long. Feel like a bar between the ears being pulled up by a string coming through the top of the head, lifting us, making us feel a little bit taller. This makes the armpits hollow as the little elbows kick out. And then we have this Qi flowing between the body and the arms. We feel that Qi sensation all the way down to the fingertips. This is our Wuji posture. And let's go ahead and pull down the heavens 3 times to really clear the vessel of our body and get ready for all this Qi movement. Inhaling, growing the fingers and the hands really long, reach down into the earth, gathering up the earth energy. Lifting up over the head, we gather the heaven energy. And that combined energy just melts right down through the top of us, taking away any tension, any resistance to flow, putting it right out the feet. Gathering again, reaching deep, feeling that Qi fill the palms, overflowing as we gather all of that sparkly cosmic energy, and then raining both down through the body, out the feet. Good, one more time. Really letting yourself feel all of that Qi in the hands, and really feeling it percolate through you all the way out. Good. All right, with the YiJing, we start by warming up the ankles, the knees, and the hips. So our feet are right next to each other to begin with. Inhale and allow our arms to come out to the sides and up over top of the head. Keeping the shoulder blades relaxed, we bend the knees, we bend at the back. We bring the hands to rest just above the kneecaps. We don't lean on them, we just place them there on the thighs. Now we don't want our knees to go past our toes. This is as far forward as we want to go with our knee rotation. We want to rotate 3 times to the right, make 3 circles to the right as we inhale. As we come to that 3rd one, we switch to exhaling and we switch directions, doing 3 more circles now to the left. Inhale to do 3 circles to the right. Exhaling to the left. More set. And then left circles to finish. Good. We allow ourselves to stand up, keeping our feet right next to each other. We bring the hands up to the low back so that the backs of the hands are right there on top of the kidneys. And now we go to warm up the waist and the pelvis. So we inhale, growing nice and tall from our feet right up through the torso, through the top of the head. And we start leaning over towards the left. We start to exhale as we roll forward, stretching and relaxing that low back. Coming to the other side. Curve to inhale, coming back up to our beginning position. And exhale into the feet. This helps us relax back down. So we grow nice and tall, inhaling, leaning over to the right this time. And exhaling to roll forward. Feeling an untying happening, muscles underneath the backs of the hands. Inhaling, come back up to the center and exhaling into your feet. And we grow nice and tall. Over to the left. Exhaling to roll forward. Relaxing into your feet. Tall. Yeah. Do one more set. So one more on each side. Tall. Curving, roll forward. Curve on the other side. Straightening back up. And our last one. Nice and tall. Curving the spine to the right. Rolling forward. Curve on the left. And back up the center. Good. Go ahead and bring the right hand in front. The left hand stays behind. And we can take our feet apart so that they're right underneath the shoulders now. We have our elbow in the back. Our left elbow is going to be the direction that we pivot on the spine to turn and twist. Bring some kind of ringing of the organs and ringing of the diaphragm to our form. So we inhale, following that left elbow. Extend our arms and our hands out away from us as we turn and pivot around to the opposite side. Start to exhale once we get about the midpoint. Gathering chi and putting it back into the middle of the torso where we began. Inhale, following that left elbow, arms coming out. Gathering like a big fishing net out in the sea, we pull it back in towards the body, and then we wrap the torso so that we end up back in the same position with our hands. Following the back elbow, extending out, gathering, drawing it all back in, and packing it into the middle of the torso, into the kidneys. And do this 6 times on this side before we switch and go the other direction. Resting. One more. Good. We'll switch positions with our hands. So our right hand will move, become the back hand, where the back of the hand is against the kidneys. The left hand will be the front hand, where the palm is right on the upper belly, just above the navel or right on top of the navel. We follow that back elbow, so the right elbow, pivoting to the right. Start our inhale, gathering about midway of our rotation, we start exhaling. And we finish by pressing it in. Going to pivot, gather. Exhaling to finish that pivot, press. A few times here. Feeling a presence in my palms, feeling the weight of this imaginary net full of chi. Just a little bit of my own energetic effort to pull it in and stuff it into the middle of my torso. 2 more. Last one, really being gathered around, feeling it have an impact on my torso as I wrap. Good, now I've got all this juice that I've filled into my torso and squeezed between my hands. So I'm going to take both hands, one on top of the other, into the front of the torso. I have them flat on the abdomen. I'm going to go ahead and lower them below my navel. And what we get to do as far as our visualization and what energetically is taking place is we're going to take all this wonderful saturation of this chi that was around us. We threw our net out into the sea and drew that kind of sea chi, that water chi, back into the body and accumulated it nice and low here. So now our goal is to lift that water up and have it be in front of and covering our heart, which is the source of our fire. And our life force is a combination of water and fire. That steam that is created is what our life force is. So we're bringing this water up to the fire to create steam. And we'll do this 9 times, up being 1, down being 2. All right, so our palms are right over top each other. We inhale to bring the hands up, staying on the surface of the torso. We come all the way up just under the collarbones. And as we exhale, we just send the hands back down to their original position. Almost like our palms are riveted together and they have a pivot around which they have to rotate or pivot. Inhaling, bringing that water chi up. Exhaling, feeling the steam fill out the torso, fill out the chest. Inhale. Notice that you come forward on your toes a little bit as you inhale, lifting the chi up to the heart. As you exhale and descend it back into the dantian, push back onto your heels. Inhaling, 7. Exhaling. 'The last time coming up over the heart. And this time the steam kind of propels our arms out in front of us, pushes them out away from our chest. And we allow those arms to open wide, coming all the way out to the sides. Good. Now as we inhale, our arms are gathering the chi around, but they're gathering the love. They're gathering red and they're gathering pink, and they're pumping or pressing that into the heart. So we inhale, pressing this love and red and pink right into the heart, really beefing up that flame. As we exhale, any resistance to the heart, glowing and shining, so we pull out. So love and rejuvenation, fire, bring right into the heart. And we kind of grasp any kind of resistance, any anxiety, any grief. Just pull it out with our exhale. Inhaling, we bring in nutritive chi to the heart. We take out any resistance to filling with that nutrition. 3 more. Feeling an expansion in the chest, in the heart space. Maybe even feeling the love that's swelling each time you fill the heart It feels more love. Our exhale takes away any resistance to that love. Last one. Good. The arms come out to the side, the palms facing up towards the heavens. We inhale and gather the chi up over the head. We exhale, pull it right down through the head, through the body. We allow ourselves to bend at the waist and come down as far as we can. If we can come all the way to the floor, we do. And we gather the chi down there at the ground. Our knees are bent. And we just pull the chi like a sheet up over the front of the body, pulling the sheet of energy up over the top of the head. We grab that sheet behind our back and exhale as we pull that sheet back down to the ground. We bend in the knees and bend in the hips in order to do so. And we gather the sheet in front of us again. Now it can be a thin sheet, like a cotton sheet, or it can be a thick type of sheet that's not really a material that we would see in reality. But since it's our chi and our imagination, it can be any thickness we want. I want my chi sheet to be nice and thick. It's the third time coming over my head. Do this one 9 times. Exhaling to complete the covering. I think my counting is correct. This should be 6. And the last one. Following your breath into the 9th covering. After we drop that off, we gather chi with our hands and lift it up to the belt. With our palms facing up, we just have this activation of chi that's right here at our belt. Good, so we've done this connection of the extremes. And we gathered all that water, and we brought in all that light, we created steam between the two of them. Now we want to regulate. We want to take all of that vitality and make sure it moves smoothly and accurately and continuously through our system. And so this focus is about recognizing the sun energy that rises up the back and crests over the top of the head, and the moon energy that descends from the mouth down the front of the torso to the pelvis, where it transforms into the sun energy again. As we inhale and lift, we're imagining and feeling our hands support this rising sun, this heat that goes up the back, comes over the top of the head. And we exhale as it transforms into a moon energy, calming and nurturing. At the bottom, we switch to inhaling and see the sun. Feel the warmth, feel the activity. And the moon, the calming. Nine circuits of this. This is 3. Sun. Such a distinct sensation on the back, on the top of the head, and the moon. There's a real juxtaposition. It's a cooling sensation down the front. It's halfway with our 5th rotation. More. It also has us kind of moving forward onto the toes as we inhale and settling back onto the heels on the exhale. Last one. Down to the bottom. Imagine this energy that's been circling around the body that now we just pull it up into the dantian. So it's come down to the bottom of our pelvis, we pull it up just slightly into the dantian. Let it be there, let our presence and our awareness notice this low part of the abdomen. Good, so this YiJing form is so cool because it incorporates warm-ups, some real specific transformation of qi, a regulation of all of our qi, and then now a standing section, which is all about vitalization. It's all about really filling and saturating with the qi through maintaining a pose and then directing the qi with the mind. So we'll inhale and allow the arms to come out to the sides, making a nice straight line across the shoulders. We'll exhale and we'll let the palms face the sky, facing the heavens. This is the first energy we're going to absorb. And we're absorbing energy right through the palms, coming through the arms, and into the low back. It's called the life gate fire. And so we will feel heat generating there as we go through 9 inhales. Inhaling, feeling that energy go right through the shoulder blades, down the back, and into that low back. As we exhale, we feel a little warmer. Inhaling, imagining all that earth energy falling down through the hands, through the arms, through the shoulders, down the back, into that low back. Exhaling to really feel a presence there. Keeping our eye on the muscles of the shoulders and the arms and asking them to relax and not stay tense as we do this. Halfway breath. Most of your focus and awareness is on your arms. Really trying to imagine the connection through the shoulder blades, down the back into the low back. A couple more breaths. This is going to grow a lot of strength for the chest and the shoulders. As our arms will stay extended out as we change kind of polarity. Inhale and exhale and fill this last bit of heavenly energy right into the life gate fire. Then inhale, rotating the arms, the palms down so they're facing the earth. Exhaling, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the knees back into your feet. Now we're gathering earth energy and we're putting it right in the dantian, in the front part of the torso, basically opposite of that life gate fire. Inhaling, feeling with the earth, feeling it different than all that heavenly chi. It feels different to fill in and seep down into the belly. Exhaling to really feel it fill into that reserve. 9 breaths for this side as well. Feeling the heat that your body is generating and just trying to stay relaxed in your feet, even though your shoulders are crying out, trying to just relax those muscles and appreciating that your body can give you those kinds of signals, even as you ask it to do something very specific. Good, halfway point. Start to notice the insides of the legs. I want to make sure that I'm not knocking my knees, but that I'm activated in those channel pathways. They're also filling into the low belly with all this. supporting the call on this earth energy that we're filling into the dantian. A couple more. Feeling the tailbone tuck under to really hold that accumulation. The last one, really let yourself feel the filling. Then drifting the hands down and putting one over top of the other on the dantian. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling the achiness in the arms, but also feeling the presence in your low torso. The presence in your low back, the presence in your belly. The juxtaposition of the two inside. One filled with all of that light and heaven, the other filled with all of that dirt and yin. Just noticing, feeling. Good, let's shake that out. Bounce in your knees and shake out your elbows, do the chicken dance. Shake your buns. Good. Let's regulate our chi and take it through the 8 directions that it knows. This is also called the golden ball. It's a great way to take all this concentration of chi that we just generated and filled and make sure again that it circulates appropriately and it transforms into all the different qualities of chi that the body needs. So we first are beginning in our Wuji posture, rebuilding, feeling the flow of chi through the whole body. And then we gather. Inhale, stooping slightly, gathering between the palms, this ball of earth chi. And we lift it. This golden ball of energy comes up in front of the heart as we exhale. Inhale and expand it. Stretches out, pressing our palms away. Exhale, we compress. Bringing that chi ball back to its original size. Move it into the heart. Where it's transformed, we exhale, press it back out to the center here. Come on top of it, and we inhale, pressing it back down towards the earth. And then we let go of it and disperse, release as we exhale. Gathering chi. Lifting. Expanding. Pressing. In. Moving out. Pressing down. And letting go. Good. Follow your own breath for 2 more cycles. Back in our Wuji posture, just feeling the effervescence, the lightness that comes from moving our chi and being full and cycling it through all of its possibilities. Nice to just be quiet internally and just feel the vibration, the kind of sound of silence that is present in the body after Qigong. We're able to spend a little bit of focused time just in the sensation that's in the body. Bring ourselves back to this calmness. We bring ourselves back to this natural flow that exists in the body. And where we come back from is the thoughts, our mind. We tend to spend the majority of our time in our mind, and coming out of our mind gets boring. And so to combat boredom, we go back up in our mind and we think. But boredom is a really powerful tool for engaging with, sensing, and feeling the natural flows that are in the body. So after we've done all this Qigong, let's just be bored for a moment. The mind wants to come in and chatter and fill up that space. We've just done all this Qigong, so we have all this awareness of the rest of our body, so we can juxtapose it. We can counter that want and that tendency and just come into feeling the feet, feeling the toes, feeling the inner thighs, feeling the pelvis, feeling the belly, feeling the arms. When I spend time being bored and just feeling my body, I notice that I get more comfortable being in my skin. When I find myself in social situations where generally I feel awkward or feel some kind of anxiety, I have this ability to return into the interior of my skin and feel this calmness, feel this presence, feel this flow. And it alleviates the anxiety for me. It alleviates the awkwardness. I no longer am just up in my head wanting to kind of tip over with all of that worry and anxiety. I root back down into my body and I'm very present. Brings a gratitude to my mind, gratitude to my smile, gratitude to my heart. Yeah, nice flow. Good. We went through our form, we stretched our chi, we generated, we gathered, we filled. Now let's make one complete circuit with our body by bringing our feet right next to each other so that the meridians that end at the toes are right next to each other and connecting. And we connect the palms, the fingertips, the other end of the meridian channels, all connected, creating a circuit through the legs, through the arms and the torso. Or also a circuit between the earth and the heavens. We have our feet that root down into the earth. We have our top of our head that opens up into the heavens. Awesome. Go be a conduit to your day and to all of the joy and wonder that's meant to happen for your week. Namaste. I'll see you next week.